know you're somewhere, somewhere.
Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. Today, Gemini, you guys got number 54, Skunk Spirit, Know Your Worth. What's interesting is that you have 9, 9, 9. So they're trying to lead you to some sort of like, how do I explain it? 9s come right before the 10s and 10s come right before the 1s, right? So I feel like in order for you to get out of, like, to get into this new cycle, to really step into it, like, you're already in it. That's what I'm getting. You're in it, but mentally you're not in it yet. Like, you have this Queen of Swords here, and the Queen of Swords talks a lot about mental clarity. So this is kind of like, you know, how do I explain this? Let's just say, like, in 5th grade, you had a really hard time with reading. I don't know, 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, you had a hard time with reading. And now, like, you're an excellent reader, right? Like, you can read perfectly. But when you were in school, you were struggling to do it. They're telling you, like, don't carry, like, that memory from the past, you know, that memory of, like, I was so bad at it. Like, I can't, like this is like someone's asking you to public speak and you're like, oh my God, I'm a terrible reader. But you're not. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what this reading is. Like, that's the vibe that I'm getting from this read. It's like, in the past, it might have been hard for you to do something, or in the past, it might have been hard for you to acknowledge yourself as, like, a powerful, you know, balanced, aligned person. Maybe in the past you were not a powerful, balanced, aligned person, but I feel like now you are. So I feel like this cross is the past. Like, again, how you acted in the past, or a problem that you had in the past, and it's like you don't have that anymore. You don't do that anymore. Again, and this is kind of like, you know, you know, in the past I used to do this and that, but I don't do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? I learned. So I feel like there's just someone I'm speaking to who has learned a lot from their past, and the past kind of made you who you were. But again, the past shouldn't, you know, be indicative of where you're going in the future, of, like, or, you know, what, it shouldn't be stopping you from getting anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I feel someone here who's a little afraid to, like, go forward because they're, like, still holding on to shit from the past. That's what I'm getting. So for some of you, you guys you haven't had this realization, like, you're not that person from the past anymore. That's what I'm getting. Like, that's not who you are anymore. Again, it's like somebody asking you to read in a public setting, and you're like, oh my God, like, you know, I can't read. Like, that's your automatic phrase. Like, I can't do that. You know what I mean? I can't. And in reality, you can. You're, like, a great reader now. You don't have those problems anymore. So what I'm getting here is, like, mentally, the first thing that comes to your head is, like, I can't do that. I cannot read. But, like, I'm not a good reader. I'm not a strong reader. But in reality, you are. Do you know what I'm saying? So you're still holding on to, like, that past energy. That's what I'm getting. And that's how you have to, that's something that you need to work on to move forward. So I kind of feel like the past is holding you back to a certain extent, but it's mostly in the mind. So I'm going to tell you something my sister said yesterday, which was so, like, I couldn't sleep, and I was, like, super, what's the word, like, anxious. And she was like, you're not your mind, you're not this body, you're a soul, and your soul needs rest. And that was just so funny because I needed to sleep so badly. It's like a long story, but I needed sleep, I needed to rest. And we were outside and I was just like, I can't fall asleep though. And she's like, yes, you can. You're not the mind, you're not this body, you are your soul. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have to remember that you're not your mind. Like, you're not this mind. Like, your mind, shut it off. Shut your mind off for a little bit. Because I feel like your mind is what is, like, keeping you in the past. Like, oh, I can't do that, you know, but you can. So I'm just getting, for some of you here, this is, like, the last thing that we need to work on. It's like you're already in this new beginning, and what you don't get is, like, those answers of, like, I can't, or, like, I cannot do that, or whatever. They're not helping you or benefiting you in any way, because that's not the reality. The reality in this present day is, like, yes, you could do that. Yes, you would be great at that. You know what I mean? So don't let the past hold you back. That's what I'm getting, though. Let's pull more cards on this, Gemini. So Gemini, I'm getting for a lot of you guys that you have so much potential, but you don't see that. You don't see your potential. You don't see your worth. And this is the biggest problem. This is the biggest, this is the biggest thing that you'd have to overcome in this lifetime, I feel. Getting over the fact that just because, again, something in the past might have been a reality doesn't mean that that's the reality now. And I think it's hard for air signs to compartmentalize past and present, because I think you guys always, you have great memories, right? You'll remember every detail of every single day of that exact occurrence. And let's just say something didn't go right in the past and something was very hard for you in the past. That's a memory that's ingrained in your cells. You know what I mean? That's a memory that is ingrained in your cells, in your body, in every part of your body. And they're trying to tell you that honestly, I think Reiki could be really healing for you guys, because this is a deep seated belief that needs to leave. You know what I mean? And even if the trauma has left your body, let's just say that experience is gone. It's left your body, you've healed, you've done all the healing work. You're still thinking about it. And that's what I'm getting for a lot of you. Some of you guys might be at a stage where you're not healed from it completely, but I'm getting for whoever this specific reading is for, you've healed from it in the body. So, you have done the healing work and the cells, I feel are clean and fresh. But what do I feel is still keeping you back? The mind. So again, it's your initial thoughts, I can't do that. You know what I mean? And that's not, they don't want that for you anymore. So I feel now's a really big time to love yourself and to really show yourself the care and the love that you need, because this is of the mind. You know what I mean? This is not of the cells. This is not of healing. This is of the mind. And how do we change the mind? How can we make the mind shift into a more positive light, or to a more I can do it? It's catching yourself doing it and saying wait, no, that's not right. I can do this. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is a time of a lot of patience, and a time of this is a time of so much patience and love for yourself. Okay? That's one big message that I'm getting. Another message that I'm getting here is you guys might have been dealing with someone who was a King of Cups in reverse with the cross here. And for some of you guys, this is a particular person who sees you in this light that I feel is incorrect. Okay? So this is somebody who again, this is why it's tricky to deal with people from the past, because if this was someone from your past, or this is someone who they might not be from your past, but maybe they knew you from your past. You didn't really know them that well, or you did know them super well. Maybe you dated this person. I don't know, for everybody's gonna be different. But this person looks at you 10 years ago you, right? And you're not the same. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not the same. We're always changing. We're always growing. We're always evolving. So I feel whoever this person is, they see you and they view you from your past self. You know what I mean? And I feel there's a lot of guilt attached to this person, this experience you had with this person. I don't know. I feel this person is not somebody that you should be partnering up with, not someone that you should be allowing into your life, because this person views you for who you were and not who you are right now. So again, this is somebody who's oh yeah, I remember you, I remember how you used to be, but you're not that person anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel it's really unfair to do that to yourself, Gemini. To go out with somebody or to form a relationship with somebody who views you or who looks at you as who you used to be and not who you are today. So let's just say you used to be someone who's very codependent, and now you're not. How sad is it that someone's viewing you in that way? So if there is someone from the past who does come back into your life, be careful with them, because I don't know if it's worth collaborating with someone who sees you for who you were in the past and not who you are in the present. Again, I think it's lovely to have friends from the past come back into our lives, or people from the past that we've had a lot of love for come back into our lives. But what I'm getting here is if this person is still viewing you for who you were in the past and not who you are in the present, it's just gonna make you go backwards and not forwards. And you need to go forward. You need to go forward in this energy of I can do anything. I can do this. I've overcome all this shit. You don't need somebody in your life that is holding you back and holding you in a regard of remember when you did this and this, or remember when you used to do this and this. Again, I feel it's so nostalgic to have someone in our lives that remembers shit from the past and wants to talk to us about shit from the past, like, you know, like they experience a lot of memories with you, and that's like a beautiful thing. But again, that's not who you are anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? So it could be something that holds you back, and that's what I'm getting with these past people, or this past person, or this King of Cups energy. I want to put more on this person. All right. I'm getting with this person that you, again, this is someone who I feel like you had a relationship with marriage coming out, poverty in the courthouse, and you guys decided to end this relationship. So I feel like someone could be coming back from your past, Gemini. It could just be a friend, you know, like someone that you used to like go to school with back in the day, like, you know, someone from the past. Anybody, friend, family, like somebody that you used to really know well. And what I'm getting with this person is that like they see you as like you were, but you're not that person anymore, so just be careful. I'm seeing for some of you guys, it would be really good to kind of walk away from this person. And for others of you, I would say like if something happened between the two of you and this person, like it's going to depend on this person. It's going to depend on how they act. Like if this person comes towards you and is like, oh yeah, remember when you did this, and remember when you did that, remember when you did this, and this person has trust issues and shit with you, and like they're like, oh yeah, but you did this, this, and this in the past, this is someone that you need to let go of 100%. But if this is someone who's coming in from the past and they're only like, oh yeah, do you remember the good times that we had? Do you remember the good times that we had? And then like they want to move forward with you and they don't want to remember the past and they're not going to bring the past up, then okay, you know what I mean? That's a different energy. Maybe they themselves have changed. So I'm getting here that this person coming in from the past, they can either be like the best thing ever or the worst thing, because they could have themselves like changed and been like, yeah, you were with me here, here, and here, and like I have such fond memories of you, and it doesn't really matter what happened in the past, like I want to move forward with you, and I'm not thinking of you in that past way. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a great energy to be with. That's someone that you could collaborate with, okay? But if this is someone who's like trying to remind you every 5 seconds of like some shit that you did in the past, then you don't need this person, okay? Like let this person go. Everyone's going to have a different situation, so I can't tell you like what's exactly going to happen. But I just see here someone from the past maybe coming in and you having to like be careful of how they make you remember, because we're talking about mind energy, and then if we start bringing up the past, that's also like in the mind. So another thing I'm getting is like you yourself could be like the last remnant of the past, like that. Again, the mind, your mind is the last thing reminding you of the past, and that's the last thing that has to go, like you having to change that energy within you. And that's what I'm getting here with the Empress, the Fool, and the Wheel. So it's like only you can kind of transmute this energy in your mind right now. So it's all up to you. Like a lot of you guys are still holding on to whatever that is mentally, and they're telling you to just let it go. There's a lot of sword energy here, so they're telling you to just let it go. And if there is someone from the past that's doing that to you, again, cut them out. So whoever, for some of you it's you yourself, and for others of you it's a past person, and for some of you it's gonna be both. Like someone from the past comes in, and at the same time you yourself start to think about all the shit, and it's not worth it, guys. Now's the time for love of yourself. Now's the time to know your worth. That's not who you were anymore. And even if you were somebody who did something in the past that wasn't great, or even if you were somebody in the past who couldn't like do a certain thing, that doesn't make you less valuable. You know what I'm saying? Your value is not determinate on like what you can and cannot do, or what you did in the past and what you did now. Do you get what I'm saying? You are always worthy. You are always someone who is valuable. So a lot of you guys have to like remember that. Yeah, that's why I'm getting, Gemini. Let's pull some advice for you guys. So this is interesting, because I feel like I've been saying, you know, you're not who you were in the past. You're not, you know, that person who did this, and that in the past. Like you're always changing. You're always evolving. And then you guys got Ananda Mayima, the joy permeated mother. I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So I feel like they're trying to bring out some other part to this reading. And I feel like that reading is that your value is not determinate on like right now or the past or the future. It's like your worth is always going to be the same, right? And that's how you have to look at yourself. Like, let's just say, again, in the past, you did something like, I don't know, like you stole something, I don't know, and you feel like you would never steal again. That's just something you did in the past. Are you worthy? Are you of the same value as you, in the past as you are now? Yes. Let's say in the future you make $3 million. Are you of the same worth as you are now than in the past and in the future? Yes. Your worth never changes. Your value never changes. We are all people who, like, yes, sometimes, like, some of us achieve these great things, you know, like, oh my God, and the 3D grants you a gift of money, right? Or like fame or whatever. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be like, well, now I'm worth something. And that's wrong. Like, you are worth the same now as you were in the past as you are going to be in the future. Your value does not change, okay? Like, your value is something that never changes. You might view yourself as more valuable, but that's a false thing. Okay, like, it shouldn't be like, oh my God, like, I have 3 million followers on Instagram, I'm so valuable now, but I wasn't valuable when I had 700,000, and I definitely was even less valuable when I had 3,000. Do you see how stupid that is? You have to believe in yourself and your worth, and it doesn't matter like how much money you make, and it does not matter what career you have. These are all things that, like, are great, but your soul does not change. Do you get what I'm saying? You're just as valuable today as you're going to be tomorrow as you were when you were 10 years ago. When you did do that thing that was bad, like you stole or you couldn't read. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, all these examples are to show you that your value does not change. And I feel like the 3D likes to, like, fuck with us in our head and say, like, oh, well, you know, if you don't make this much money and you don't have this much, like, you're not valuable. Or, like, you don't have this many followers, you're not valuable. And that's stupid. So does your value change? To your value should not change to yourself. I don't care how, like, anybody else sees you or perceives you. Like, you should believe in yourself and your value, no matter what time it is, no matter how much money you're making, no matter what career you have. Because think about it this way: what happens then if I take all your money away? And what happens if I take your career away? And what happens if I take everything away from you? Are you still not that valuable person? And in this 3D, people are going to say, no, you're not. You're nothing anymore. And that's not true. So I feel like the 3D has shaped you to a point where now you only exist in the fact, like, in other people's minds. Like, oh, how did they think of me? And it's not like that. It's how do you think of yourself? And they want you to know that if you treat yourself well and you know that you're worth a lot, and you know that, you know, everything that you're doing is because you want to do it and it makes you feel valuable, then that's all that fucking matters. Like, do not give any fucks about how others perceive you. Nobody from the past should be able to be like, well, you can't do this, this, and this because of who you were. That's false, right? And even your past self might be the thing holding you back. And that's also not fair to you. So again, for everybody, it's going to be a little different, but I'm just getting, like, again, you're not this body, you're not this mind, you are a soul. And the soul does not change. And guess what? Like, again, the 3D shit that they tell you is important is really not important at the end of the day. You don't lose or gain value here based on, like, money or career, any of that shit, or how many houses you have, okay? If that's that's just feeding your ego. And if that's what gives you value, like your ego, then you still need to heal, okay? I'm getting here patience and bashfulness. Yes, this takes a lot of time to understand, and this takes a lot of time to work through, because again, a lot of you guys maybe haven't had certain losses in your life where you're understanding that, like, you're not this career, you're not this money, you're not this job, you're not, you know, any of these things, you're not the clothes that you're wearing, you're not any of those things, okay? So this is a lesson for life, but it takes a long time to learn, because the 3D will tell you everything the opposite way. Like, you are the amount of money that you make, you are the career you have, that's all the things that you are. But do you ever read that thing? It's like, introduce yourself and don't say your name, don't say your career, don't say about your family members or your children, just literally talk about yourself. And I feel like people who are attached to ego have nothing to say about themselves, literally. Like, okay, I can't say my name, I can't say my career, I can't say anything about my family, what do I say about myself then? That's a real problem. Like, not being able to, like, say anything about yourself, like, that's an issue. Anyway. And then we have bashfulness here. I feel like a lot of you guys could be onto something where once you start to see yourself as valuable and your worth and everything that you can do and achieve, because you yourself are so valuable, you are so worthy, I think a lot of you guys, I mean, I'm getting even like could be some sort of public figure, like honestly with the flowers here. But I feel like with bashfulness, a lot of you guys hold yourself back because of like how you see yourself. This is like someone who had braces and like, their hair and their skin, they had acne in the past, like all these things. And now it's like, I really want to do this and this, but I'm afraid to like take pictures. I'm afraid to show everybody who I am. And it's like, people are going to only remember me from the past. That's another thing I'm getting here. It's like a lot of you guys hold yourself back again because you don't understand your worth. So this is to like reiterate the fact that you are not any of those things. Like you are and will always be super valuable. And the only one that can really like exude that confidence and that value is yourself. So yeah, you have joy permeated mother. You guys should be happy and joyful that like this is the actual concept that you will always be worthy, you will always be valuable no matter what happens, what comes along the way. And I feel like that should bring you a lot of joy, a lot of love, and a lot of happiness into your life. And that should literally like break down all these mind games that you play with yourself. So yeah, Gemini, that's what I'm getting. I love you guys. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time. Bye.